So before every Little League game that my kids play, I tell them, no matter what happens in the game tonight, kids, Daddy's always going to love you, win or tie. So, my kids know that my love language is sarcasm, so they understand that win or tie means that they can strike out 1,000 times, and Daddy's always going to love them. They get it. They get it. Like win or tie, they know they can strike out 1,000 times. I mean, the night they strike out, every time they're going to ride home with Grandma, because, I'm not going to be seen with them, but, let's get real. But I was a head football coach and drama instructor at a high school in South Carolina for 10 years. Yeah, that did not work out. But it was a conservative Christian school in the Bible Belt in South Carolina. Like, what are you allowed to say to those kids at halftime when they're getting their butts kicked, huh? Like, you boys need to get back out there and turn the other cheek. It was a Protestant school, not a Catholic school, so they wouldn't let me run a Hail Mary. It's just... I had to run a Bless Billy Graham, was just not... I couldn't get my running back to fake a handoff because he's like, my dad said that's technically lying. I was like, well, you tell your dad that we are not going to make the playoffs, and he needs to be emotionally prepared for that. I used to teach my 11 players on the field to pray for the other team's injured player because I thought as a Christian school, if they brought the other injury card out to deal with the injured player, as a Christian school, we should show the other school that we were willing to pretend like we cared about them. Dear Lord, just lift up the other team's best running back to you and help him get all the way better, Lord. Help him get all the way better, Lord, tomorrow, because he is killing us off tackle, Jesus, and I believe it's your will that we win this one. And you said where two or more are gathered. And delusional parents at these private schools want to have a little meeting with Coach Simpson and explain to me that I'm showing favoritism and that I'm not playing their kid at wide receiver because I just don't like their kid personally. And I would tell all those rich private school parents the same thing. You're right. I don't like your son. No one at our school does. But that has nothing to do with it. I don't like the little twerp that is playing wide receiver, but guess what? He can catch. Why don't you come to practice every now and then and watch us bounce the ball off your kid's head so then you can understand what God's plan for your kid's life is. So maybe be in the band. I got nothing against the band. I was the high school drama instructor. I put on the school plays. I know that's an odd combination. I tell everybody every fall I just acted like the football coach. I wrote the school's fight song that the band played every time we scored, like 4 times a year. I'm just saying it might be God's plan for your kid's life for him to be in the band instead of on the team because he can't run very far without falling. He can't run very fast without coughing. He can't even snap his own helmet, but he can play the clarinet. The only reason your kid is on the team is because my school didn't let me cut players during tryouts. They said it's not biblically right to cut a player from tryouts if he's always tried his hardest, always had a good attitude, and always been on time with his $26,000 tuition payment. I'm quite certain, ma'am, it outlines for me in the Bible, the same Bible you're looking at, how all football coaches should react in a situation like this. And it's with love, peace, patience, joyfulness, kindness, gentleness, self-control, and all football coaches should be able to cut a kid from the team if he's as bad as your kid is. Just get out of my office. Just go. In peace and serve the Lord, because there are video cameras everywhere today. So I was fired from that job, is what I'm saying. I wasn't fired. I'm just teasing with y'all. It was a mutual decision. It's a win-win, is what I call that. That's people are like, Marty, you look like you miss coaching and teaching, man. You look like you miss it. I'm like, I miss it every day. And they're like, would you ever get back into coaching and teaching? I was like, I would get back into it tomorrow at an orphanage. See, there's no parents to deal with at an orphanage. That's what. Just making sure we're tracking. Just.
Guess what? Dry Bar Comedy has their own app. You can download right now and watch my entire special.